So I see a cute girl walking down the street and I approach her. And immediately she's smiling, she's engaging with me, and she's open. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is going well. I'm about to get the number. The only problem is I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm like, I like that shirt, by the way. Where'd you get that? She's like, Target. I'm like, no way, I love Target. I go there all the time. I like your hair too, also, by the way. It's really cute. It's awesome. She's like, yeah, I'm a hairstylist. I'm like, no way, that's so cool. And as this is happening, I can just see her smile turn almost into a look of pity. And she's like, well, it was nice meeting you, but I really gotta get going. I gotta go meet my friend. And she turns around and she walks away, leaving me standing there feeling like a frustrated beta because I had just fumbled a girl who was so smiling and open to me initially. All right, so what happened here? Well, I didn't know the method to flirting without giving away all my power, so I defaulted to being overly agreeable and over complimenting. So this framed myself as lower status than her, and she was not attracted, obviously. She was even a bit repulsed. And a few years ago, this was how all of my interactions with women ended, just like millions of other guys who don't understand what I'm going to reveal. This has taken me a lot of time, effort, and resources, but I figured out how to create that flirtatious vibe without cheapening yourself, without giving away all of your power. And I'm going to reveal this step by step today. The first way to get into a conversation where you and the girl are flirting with each other is by doing something you probably already do with friends and family, but may or may not be doing correctly with women. And that thing is teasing. So I'm gonna give you the secrets of why teasing is amazing, why it's so effective, because if you don't understand this, then you won't know the power behind it and you might not do it at all. And then I'm gonna show you how to tease and create this flirtatious vibe in any situation that you find yourself in. Okay, so why is it key? Well, teasing creates a playful vibe. And who gets to be playful in caveman times? Because remember that our psychology right now, the girl's psychology, is the same psychology that a cave woman would have in a tribal situation thousands of years ago. So who gets to be playful in caveman times? Is it the peasant? Is it the slave? Someone of very like lower status living a crap life? No. The king caveman, the guy who's getting grapes fed to him. It's the guy who's hosting athletic games. That's who's in a playful vibe. So nobody has ever discovered this, but playfulness is actually an indication of value in the sense of status. The next thing that happens is when you have a playful mood, it indicates that you're in good physical health, right? I'm not gonna be joking around, messing around if I'm sick, if I'm about to die. It indicates good mental health. And these are all things of reproductive value to women. This is not a line or something. This is something that's subcommunicated into the girl's subconscious. On top of that, teasing puts the girl at ease since you have a playful vibe and you're not being serious. Because a lot of times when you approach a girl, she can be a bit nervous initially, especially if you have this solemn serial killer vibe about you. Okay, when I'm poking fun at the girl and I'm messing around, it allows her to lighten up a bit and see that I'm just a playful guy. I'm not here to harm her. I'm not here for this or that. I'm just enjoying life. So it allows her to open up to you more. Now also, it makes the girl feel feminine and girly as opposed to her usual masculine mask, which is what I call it. Because in modern times, when girls have to work in like corporate careers, when girls have been sort of programmed with a ton of this feminism, taking on a lot of masculine characteristics, they can sort of have this manly shield up. And when you tease the girl, it sort of brings her back to like childhood, like playing around at recess. And that's exactly the dynamic you want with the girl. You to be the man and her to be the girl, not her to be a masculine girl. That's not attractive at all. And at the same time with teasing, there's no pedestalization, right? I'm actually challenging her a little bit, so you don't lose your power at all. All right, so now I'm gonna do a teasing exercise that has really helped my clients out to become a master at this stuff, okay? So I'm gonna give you a situation, and then what I want you to do is think of a tease for the situation. Okay, so a girl is wearing black shoes, black yoga pants, and a black shirt. How do you mess with her in this situation? Just think about what would you say to this girl. So I would say, "You're dressed in all black. I was worried you might rob me for a second." Or you could be like, "Are you a ninja?" Okay, you stop a girl who is walking fast down the street. How do you mess with her? You look like you're on a mission. Let's say a girl says she stays at home and she just reads a lot. She doesn't go out to parties. I'm gonna act like you're not a nerd right now. So now I'm gonna give you a teasing cheat code. Any observation that you can make about a girl can be exaggerated to seem silly. And this is just one format of teasing, but this is something you can do in any situation. All right, so let's take the example that you're talking to a girl and then you see that she has a glass bottle that she's using as a water bottle. And she seems like sort of environmentally friendly. Now, how can I exaggerate that to seem silly or ridiculous? Okay, and this is what I thought of. "Oh, I see you use a glass bottle. Do you also shop at Whole Foods and you like ground your feet on the grass every day and you like don't touch receipts?" So now, we just talked a lot about words. Like I gave you some linguistic, techniques, some social techniques, right? But without understanding tone, what I just told you is completely worthless. All right, so let me pose to you a question. When you watch a movie, like let's say you're watching Pulp Fiction, what makes that movie so entertaining? What is it about that movie that makes you feel like you feel what the characters are going through, almost as if you're in the movie? Well, actors are putting real emotion into their voice, into their body language, and their facial expressions so that you can feel how they're feeling. So when I'm talking to you right now, I'm putting my soul into this YouTube video because I'm passionate about helping guys transform their dating lives. This is my passion. Imagine I did this video right now and I'm just like, actors are putting real emotion into their voice. You wouldn't watch it, right? You would be bored because you wouldn't feel what I'm feeling on the inside. And so when it comes to these lines, this is a state of being. It's not just words that you memorize and repeat mechanically like you're pushing a button or pulling a lever when you say this words like you're talking to an NPC, guys. I've literally thought it was like this in the past before I got a ton of coaching. Now, teasing alone generally isn't enough to create what I call a romantic frame with a girl. Because remember, we also tease our friends and our family, and there's obviously no romantic element there. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's say that I'm sort of into the girl that works at the desk at the gym. All right, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sacrifice my gym membership, but I'm actually gonna try to get with this girl. I don't recommend doing this. And let's say I only tease this girl. I'm like, "Hey, why don't you fix that machine over there? It's not been working for a week." Well, she could just think of that as me being playful, as me being friendly. Sometimes you'll tease a girl and you'll immediately see that she's hooked, but it's not always going to be enough. So, it's great for establishing that playful vibe without giving away any power. And you should use it throughout your interactions, but it's not enough. But it is a great segue into flirting. And flirting is different than teasing. I didn't understand this for the longest time. Because teasing is just messing with someone. Flirting, it hints at the idea of a relationship, a sexual dynamic between you and the girl. And yes, let me address compliments really quick. Compliments can be flirtatious. and they are good. Like, but the thing is, you have to say the compliment in a flirtatious way. If I tell a girl, oh, hey, I like that shirt, it's different than me saying, hey, I like that shirt. That looks really good on you. It comes off in your tone, in your eyes, all right? And so yes, compliments can be flirtatious and they can be helpful. I'm not saying don't compliment a girl at all. That would probably be weird. I give compliments in every interaction, but I'm doing this limitingly. There are other tools that you can mix in to create a flirtatious vibe where you still maintain that relative status over the girl and you don't give away your power. So the first way to do this is through misinterpretation. So let's say I say something to a girl like, I see the way you're looking at me, stop. Let's take it slow. See how when I say this, you're framing her as the one flirting with you. All right, now push-pull. You seem sweet, but I feel like you're up to no good. You're giving her a compliment, right? But it's not only a compliment here. It's tempered with a negative tease, right? Disqualify. Oh, it sucks you don't like The Hobbit. We're not gonna get along. And you can just replace The Hobbit with literally anything. I do this in almost every interaction. This is my favorite flirting technique of all because it just works. You're jokingly bringing the idea of you and the girl not getting along into the open. Now it's into the forefront of attention. You're just letting it be known that this is the frame of the conversation. Once again, it's a flirtatious frame, but you're doing it in the negative. We're not gonna get along. Have you noticed the recurring theme with push-pull, with misinterpretation and disqualifying? The frame is, I'm interested, but you haven't won me over yet. This, my friend, is how to flirt without giving your power away. And if you master this frame, you will do very well. And so you really have to drill this into your being. Like, write this down on a sticky note, put this on your desk, freaking tattoo it on your arm. I'm interested, but you haven't won me over yet. It takes a conscious effort to change and to really embody this frame because guys are so used to getting excited with women and showing their hand. A girl will give them a little bit of interest. And what does he start to do? He starts jumping ahead. He starts jumping to conclusions, planning out his whole life with the girl, how they're gonna get this cute house in the suburbs with a white picket fence. That's what guys do. They get ahead of themselves. And I'm just guilty of this in the past a lot, let me tell you. You have to have patience with women. You have to have your poker face on. All right, you don't just give in easily or else the girl doesn't get a chase. And if you want my help with this stuff, like you're someone who actually takes action on this stuff, I'm doing a few free discovery calls right now, and you can click the link in the description. We'll hop on, we'll discuss a game plan to get you going and start getting you on some consistent dates with higher quality women. So link for that is in the description. That's all I have for the video today, guys. I'll see you all in the next one.